Tag TV brings you daily news bulletin from India. Breaking news and views from India.
You're watching South Asia Newsline and here are the top stories we are tracking for you on Monday, the 20th of January. Indian police volunteer gets life sentence for rape and murder of Kolkata junior doctor. Activists protest against Pakistani atrocities in Sindh, demand freedom. And Taliban leader calls for scrapping ban on women education in Afghanistan. And now for all the details. An Indian court on Monday awarded life sentence to Sanjoy Roy, the convict in the rape and murder case of the doctor in R.G. Kar Medical College and Hospital in Kolkata city. The court also ordered Roy to pay Rs 50,000 as fine and directed the state of West Bengal to pay Rs 17 lakh as compensation to the victim's family. During Monday's hearing, the Central Bureau of Investigation strongly advocated for a death penalty, citing Supreme Court guidelines on capital punishment. Emphasizing the gravity of the crime, the CBI stated committing such an offence is a rarest of rare crimes. Roy claimed he was innocent and that he had been framed and sought clemency. The junior doctor's body was found in a classroom of the hospital in August last year. Other doctors stayed off work for weeks to demand justice for her and for better security at public hospitals as the crime sparked national outrage over a lack of safety for women. And India's Foreign Minister S. Jaishankar on Monday met his Japanese and Australian counterparts in Washington to boost ties. He said they discussed the progress in their bilateral cooperation and took stock of Quad's developments. Jaishankar is representing the Indian government at the swearing-in ceremony of Donald Trump, who will take charge as the 47th President of the United States. During the visit, Jaishankar will also have meetings with representatives of the incoming administration and other dignitaries visiting the US for the occasion. The swearing-in is set to take place 2 weeks after the US Congress certified Trump's electoral college victory.
To all Republicans and Democrats and
Moving on, Sindhi political activists held powerful rallies in Sindh recently and highlighted the issues such as enforced disappearances and forced conversions. They demanded Sindh's freedom and an end to Pakistani atrocities, calling for the establishment of a separate Sindhi homeland.
The GS Sindh Mutahida Mehz and the GS Sindh Freedom Movement recently held grand rallies to mark the 121st birth anniversary of Sai G.M. Sayyid, the founder of modern Sindhi nationalism, and demonstrated against enforced disappearances of activists, forced conversion of Sindhi Hindu girls, and rise in religious extremism in Sindh. The demonstrators chanted slogans like "Stop Canals on Indus River," "Arrest the killers of Shaheed Hidayat Lohar and other martyrs," "Stop forced conversion of Sindhi Hindu girls," and "Reject Bahriya Town Scheme," among others. They also raised pro-freedom slogans and demanded Sindhu Desh, a separate homeland for Sindhis. The activists blamed Pakistan has been exploiting the natural resources of Sindh under the garb of so-called developmental projects and converting Sindhis into a minority in their own land. There are several socio-political organizations in Sindh which advocate for a free Sindh nation, calling Pakistan an occupier.
Hundreds of Sindhi and thousands of Baloch and Pashtun activists has been abducted, tortured and killed simply for the raising their voices, for the rights of their people. Today I demand in the strongest possible words that stop these atrocities. We demand the immediate release of the missing persons and appeal to the world community to take notice these human rights violations. It should be clear that no concern can silence our struggle Our demand for justice, freedom, and dignity will only grow stronger.
Taliban's Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs, Sher Mohammad Abbas Tanekzai, on Sunday urged the regime to scrap education bans on Afghan women and girls, saying there is no excuse for denying them education. Speaking during an event, Tanekzai said the Taliban is committing an injustice against 20 million people out of population of 40 million, depriving them of all their rights. This is not an Islamic law but our personal choice or nature, local media quoted him as saying. Tanekzai was once the head of the Taliban team in talks that led to the complete withdrawal of foreign troops from Afghanistan. Since Kabul fell to Taliban in 2021, the regime has banned women from education, work and has also barred them from public places. Considering this, no country has formally recognized Taliban's regime in Afghanistan. Nepal's sweet orange industry, once a thriving source of income in Sindhuli district, is now grappling with the devastating impacts of climate change and citrus greening disease. A report.
The once thriving sweet orange industry in Nepal's Sindhuli district is facing an unprecedented crisis due to rising temperatures and the spread of citrus greening disease, leaving farmers like Bal Kumari Thapa struggling to make ends meet. The sale of citrus fruits was the main source of income for Thapa's family, but her orchard, which once hosted 2,500 trees, had to be entirely burned down with the outbreak of the citrus greening epidemic, a vector-borne disease that engulfs an area without any warning signs. Bal Kumari now tries to keep herself busy with household chores, rearing cattle and running a small general store that she has opened in the middle of the sparsely populated village.
त्यो त धेरै लाग्छ नि सर त्यो अब अहिले त्यो ठुटा हेरेपछि यहाँ कस्तो थियो मैले हेर्दाखेरि अब भनौँ न 62 सालमा लगा 65 सालदेखि चाहिँ बगैँचा हेर्नु उनी राम्रै भएको थियो के लगभग 3 वर्ष भयो अहिले यो सिनिकै मासेको चाहिँ मेरो त्यतिखेरको सम्झेर त अब अहिले त यो कुरा गर्नै नसक्ने जस्तै अनुभव भइरहेछ नि जस्तो अब भनौँ न उदाहरणको लागि कि एउटा आमाले आफ्नो बच्चा गुमाएको जस्तै अनुभव हुन्छ नि आफूले स्याहार सुसार गरेर ठुलो पारेपछि सिनिकै मासिया थोरै हैन.
Another farmer, Devi Kumari Thakuri, said her trees are still giving fruits, but she has clearly noticed changes in the size of the fruits. She suspects the pest must have been brought by someone by mistake from other areas, and it adapted to the climate situation.
किरा पहिले थिएन यस्तो थिएन किरा थिएन यो किरा बाहिरबाट आको हो यहाँबाट यो गाउँमा यो भन्दा पहिले थिँदै थिएन मलाई चाहिँ रामेछापबाट आको होला जस्तो लाग्छ कसरी भनी.
Based on the observation and prevailing facts, the authorities have decided to stop encouraging the farmers to cultivate sweet orange in altitudes of 800 to 999 meters, deeming it to be prone to pathogens. Apart from climate change, an expert opines that citrus greening is the result of disruption in the food chain of the ecosystem.
And as there is buzz around the world over Donald Trump coming to power again, renowned Indian sand artist Sudarshan Patnaik dedicated a sand art piece to the US president-elect on a beach in the coastal city of Puri on Sunday. Drone footage showed the sand sculpture, which measured 47 feet, symbolizing 47th President of the United States, with Trump's face, the US Capitol building, and a message reading "Welcome to White House." Trump's inauguration will take place inside the US Capitol on Monday. Meanwhile, Amritsar-based painter Jagjot Singh Rubal also made a handmade portrait of Donald Trump. He has used acrylic colors to make this special painting, which is size 5 feet by 7 feet. He said he hopes that with the coming of Trump, ties between the US and India will get more strengthened.
और मैंने भी एक पेंटिंग करके उनको विश किया है एक इंडिया की तरफ से विश किया है और यूएस और इंडिया के जो रिलेशंस है ये हमारे दोनों देशों के लिए बहुत बहुत लाभदायक हों.
That's all in tonight's edition. We will see you same time tomorrow. Good night.
Tag TV brings you daily news bulletin from India. Breaking news and views from India.